You are watching Channel Adrian TV.
Yo, YouTube, what up? Welcome back to another Sunday Service episode. But before we get in the video, I don't know what y'all need to do. Subscribe and like to the videos. And if you see anything you want me to react to or a topic to speak about, don't hesitate to reach out. You can hit me up on my social media platforms. They'll be pinned in the description. Y'all, welcome to another video. This is like my Sunday service to give y'all motivation for the week. And I know y'all see these two shoe boxes. It's because I plan to do a sneaker review. So I got to do the Sunday service episode first and then get these sneaker reviews out. But today's video is just because life isn't perfect, you keep grinding. Like, keep grinding even though you're not at that point, because we all go through things in life to where I wish I was at a certain point, but for whatever reason I'm not there yet. And that doesn't have to be because, let's say you're doing everything you can do. Let's say you're let's say you're going 100% and you're still not at that goal or wherever you're trying to get to. You still have to kind of roll through the punches and growing pains of life and still continue to work hard, because number one, life isn't easy. And then more importantly, number two, a valuable lesson I believe everyone is going to need to learn is just because you work hard doesn't mean you're going to be successful in that goal. Working hard just gives you a chance to become successful, but at the end of the day, it doesn't necessarily mean you're going to achieve that goal. For example, say this YouTube. Some videos I put out get views, some videos that I put out don't get views, but at the end of the day, you still have to go through the process and go through that grind of working every single day. And that just shows you I could have had a video with really good content, but for whatever reason people didn't click on it, or when they clicked on it they weren't entertained by the video. At the end of the day, that doesn't stop my process. And the beauty of this is you build yourself and you understand once you get into a mode and get into a grind of that consistency, failures like that shouldn't stop you from enjoying the process. Now, I'll be honest with you, to most people, if they're not successful quickly or if they're not successful within that year, it may hurt their feelings or it may stop them from continuing to push. But y'all know me, I tend to be stubborn and hard-headed, so if I fail, I'm just going to keep working hard and keep pumping these videos out. Now, it doesn't mean I'm not working in other things in my life, other areas of importance, but since I want to make videos for the rest of my life on YouTube and on the internet, this is just something I'm going to do regardless if it doesn't come with money. But remember, I always keep it a buck on this channel. If it did come with money, I wouldn't be opposed to that either. But with this video, I do want to give y'all some pointers, because maybe you don't know how to deal with it, and that's probably why you clicked on this video. And the first thing is you got to understand the process of you continuing to improve and grow. You're not going to be able to notice it. Now, you may be able to notice it if you become big later on down the road, depending on what your goal is. But while you're starting the process of putting out videos or, going to the gym or whatever goal you're trying to reach, since it's not going to happen overnight for the majority of people, your gains are going to build, but they're going to be small gains to where you won't notice it until the very end. And that's one of the reasons I think people get down and quit so easy, is because just because it didn't work out at so quickly, it doesn't mean it's not working or you're improving. It's just like the gains can be so small, you're not going to notice it at first, but over time, the more effort you put in, the more work you put in, the better you become. You're going to see it go from this size to about this size, and then they'll start to snowball into something great. And that's a lot of times when you do see your work paid off. But for the most part, people quit so early that they'll never see that snowball effect happen. And number two, your discipline has to be stronger than your feelings. Look, feelings come and go. You could be happy one day, sad one day, because we're people and we are emotional and we know we can become moody. But what can't change is your motivation to put in the work. Take, for example, going to the gym. There are days at the gym I don't feel like going to work out, and then there are days at the gym I do feel like working out. Now, regardless of how I feel at the beginning of that workout, at the end of every workout, I am grateful that, you know what, I'm glad I came to the gym and did the work. I didn't let feelings sway me to not come to the gym and not do my workout. So you should kind of use that same mindset in anything you have in life. Just because you're not happy, or I should say happy with where you're at in life, you shouldn't let those feelings sway you from putting in that work, because a lot of times when people do that, it not only impedes their progress, number two, it stops them from getting closer to that dream, because at the end of the day, you're either getting closer to what you want to accomplish or you're getting farther away from that. And I don't think there's any in between. It's either one or the other. And number three, because I think we all tend to do this, is comparison. Now, people are at different points in their life, and I understand the importance of comparisons for competition and to see if you're really growing, but you can't compare yourself when you're just starting to someone who's been doing it 5 or 10 years. You need to learn how to stay focused on your own lane. That's why how the saying goes, if you have tunnel vision, you stay focused on your lane, you make those gains and you keep building and building, you'll see those rewards. You'll see that process of you getting better. Now, it may not be big enough to where everybody will see it like your family and friends, but as long as you understand you're getting better, and then it'll help your self-esteem. But the thing is, you got to have tunnel vision and focus on yourself, because a lot of people, they let other people's success and they see them improving, but for whatever reason, they don't think they're improving when they are, but that person is a little bit ahead of them. That person starts to derail their own progress because they're caught up in comparisons. Now, don't get me wrong, comparisons are good. I use comparisons as well, but at the end of the day, I understand to keep tunnel vision because everybody has their own race to run in this thing we call life. One of the reasons why you can't quit is because if you quit, you won't be ready for that opportunity when that opportunity presents themselves. And a lot of times, like I said earlier, the reason people quit is because comparing themselves to other people, letting their feelings or emotions sway them from working hard. You can't let that happen because you need to be ready for your opportunity. And the only way you be ready for the opportunity is you keep grinding even though your life is not perfect. So when that opportunity do come, you can at least be prepared to try to take advantage of it. Because even like I've said earlier, just because you work hard, it doesn't mean you're going to achieve your goal. But being ready makes you that much closer and then that much better than other people who still want that goal that you're trying to achieve. Let's say you worked hard and you did everything you could and you still didn't get that goal. Now, it could be you're not good enough, or it could be maybe it's just not your time. You know how the saying goes, your time will come. Just keep working, keep your head down, stay focused, and your time will come. I think that happens for a lot of people. In my personal opinion, at least once in every person's life, there's going to be an opportunity that could change your life. But most people, instead of staying focused and having tunnel vision and building up those small wins, they quit and they stop doing it, and that opportunity passed them by. This is why I preach to a lot of you on this channel. You have to stay focused and you have to be willing to go through the punches and the hardships, because once that opportunity comes, and then once your time is your time, you need to be ready, because that time could pass you up and you'll never get that chance again. Like, I know we all hear this, and one of my last points is I know we all heard this before, but the struggle builds character. Is because once you learn how to work through hardships, it won't be hard after that first time. You like, you know what? It's tough right now. I'm going to roll through the punches and I'm still going to work through it. And 9 times out of 10, when people have that mindset, once they get through the other side, they look back at their life or look back at that obstacle they had to get over. Them like, you know what? It wasn't really that bad. It was just all in my head and I was being emotional. So I hope each and every one of you put these steps in your life, because I want all of you to be successful. And go back, save this video, bookmark this video. So if you need motivation for the week, go back to this, because this is what this is for. I know I do a lot of reaction videos on relationships, shoes, basketball, pretty much anything. But one of the things I always wanted to do is help motivate people who are like myself, who had that same type of mindset. And to be honest with you, you may come from family and friends who don't have that type of mindset, but because of the internet, especially if you're watching this, you have access to the internet. So you have access to people who are like-minded like you, who have that same type of driven mentality, who have that same type of work ethic, just to be motivated and to persevere whatever problems you're going through. And I would just want to say I appreciate all the support. This has been another Sunday Service episode. And if you like shoes, subscribe to the channel, because I'm about to review these sneakers, the next video I'll be dropping. So y'all stay blessed. And remember, even though your life isn't perfect, you still gotta grind. I'll see y'all in the next one.